Okay, we're gonna try doing this voiceover thing to give you guys more insight into what I'm thinking. So for this boat, this is the offsides of the left side. You can see the rockets are definitely a little bit early, so Caroline get a lot more time spent in the water. Another thing I noticed is Thomas, your top hand's going pretty high. So compared to everyone else, try and keep that a little bit lower, set it a little bit lower. In general, everyone here kind of is a little bit shorter than on your own side, which is kind of expected because we don't practice it as much. Let's see, James is also reaching a little bit high on this side, so trying to keep that low. David, your technique actually looks, it's closer to the technique I want you to do on this side, so good job, David. I like your offside. Let's see, Catherine, you look pretty good. Keep your kind of head up though, looking down a lot. Caroline also looking down a lot. I know it's offside, so it feels kind of weird. Lance, you look pretty good up there, and Jason, you look pretty good too, except you're just a little bit late sometimes. So you kind of pause the video at any point around here, you kind of see that you're a little bit higher, and your blade gets fully set a little bit after most people in the boat. So watch out for the timing, Jason. The form-wise, it looks like pretty okay. Thomas, I think you can actually chug up a little bit on the paddle too, because it looks like you're just bringing it up really high. A lot of airtime up there. David, I like your offset. Cool. That's pretty much it for this one. Cat, make sure you're not looking down. And then you can kind of see on the other side, Spencer. I want to use a little bit more body. You can see Andres and Spencer, the difference between them. So that's it for this clip. Stop. Okay, so this is the left side on side, and one of the pieces. Checking out the timing. First initial thought is that it's not bad. A little bit of a push from the rockets, but it's not too bad. Thomas, I can still see on this side, your hands are just generally a little bit higher, so we're going to try and get a little bit lower. Let's see. David, you definitely look a little bit more down on this side. So these are, I think, the 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off pieces, I think. There you go, it's bringing it back up again.
Rockets with quicker recovery on the build.
Thomas, you have a little bit early, you're kind of rushing strokes a little bit. And then James, I still want you to enter a little bit further forward and down, so I can kind of pinpoint the point where your plate is furthest forward, and it's like right before you kind of go down. I want you to slide a little bit more forward as you enter. Catherine, you can relax your outside arm. It's kind of potentially, it's like perpetually bent. Your top arm kind of looks okay. Also, when you guys do the off pieces, I can see you definitely like to hang a lot more. So look out. So for James and then Catherine and then David, watch out for that on the off pieces. You guys like to hang more. Okay, so this one is another on piece. Left side. Little bit slow Lance getting on the builds. So go back and check the builds. You're a little bit slow bringing it up. Thomas is also a little bit behind here, it looks like. Let's see. Yeah. Timing is generally pretty good. I think from Catherine and back, we can try and get a little bit more length from the water. And for Catherine, it's setting it a little further forward in the front. And then for Caroline and David, it's both in the front and in the back. You can bounce a little bit. Clip gets a little bit out of a little small here because it's just further away. From here, it looks pretty good. Let's see if there's anything else. I do think that that's Riley in the front, right?
Yeah, Riley's in the front.
Yeah, okay. Rye's doing a pretty good job keeping it nice and long, so just try and match that length for everyone else back. And at some point this gets a little bit closer, you can kind of see. Oh yeah, if you're watching this, react on Slacks with a food that starts with the same letter as your name, just so I can see that who watched it. Cool, thanks. Yeah, David, you want to just watch out for getting to the air a little bit before everyone else. Who's in? Jason. Jason, you can actually sit up a little bit taller at the end of your stroke and you get a little bit more length in the back. So try and finish a stroke by sitting a little bit taller, puffing out your chest a little bit. Because it looks like you got that aggressive lean forward, but you don't quite get all the way up to the top. James, you are still pushing down a little bit. And I think also if you just pause it, if you look at the point where you're fully buried, I think that your blade is a little negative. Check that out.